Alexander the Great was born in Pella, the capital of Macedon, in 356 BC. His father was King Philip II, a fierce warrior and ambitious ruler. His mother was Olympias, a woman known for her strong personality and fiery spirit. From a young age, Alexander displayed intelligence, courage, and a thirst for knowledge. Legends surrounded his birth, hinting at his future greatness. Alexander grew up surrounded by the splendor and intrigue of the Macedonian court. He learned horsemanship, swordsmanship, and the art of war from skilled tutors. The young prince listened with rapt attention to tales of his ancestors' heroic exploits, fueling his own dreams of conquest and glory. His lineage, steeped in both Greek culture and warrior tradition, would shape his destiny. Even as a child, Alexander was aware of his father's ambitions to conquer Persia, the dominant power in the east. He yearned to prove himself on the battlefield and surpass his father's achievements. This ambition, nurtured from his youth, would drive him to extraordinary heights. The stage was set for the rise of one of history's most remarkable figures. At the age of 13, Alexander's education was entrusted to the renowned philosopher Aristotle. This decision was made by his father, King Philip II of Macedon, who recognized the importance of a strong intellectual foundation for his son, the future ruler. For 3 years, Aristotle tutored the young prince in a secluded grove called the Nymphaeum. This serene and isolated environment provided the perfect setting for deep contemplation and learning, away from the distractions of court life. Here, Alexander received an education unmatched in the ancient world. Aristotle's teachings were comprehensive, covering a wide range of subjects that would prepare Alexander for the complexities of leadership and governance. Aristotle instilled in him a love of learning, a curiosity about the world, and a deep appreciation for Greek culture and philosophy. This foundation would not only shape Alexander's personal interests, but also his approach to ruling and expanding his empire. Under Aristotle's guidance, Alexander studied philosophy, logic, rhetoric, poetry, and ethics. These subjects were not just academic exercises, they were tools that would help Alexander navigate the political and social challenges he would face as a ruler. He developed a keen intellect and a lifelong passion for knowledge. This intellectual curiosity would drive him to seek out new cultures and ideas, integrating them into his own vision for his empire. Aristotle also instructed him in the natural sciences, teaching him about plants, animals, and the workings of the human body. This scientific knowledge would later influence Alexander's approach to medicine and his interest in the natural world. These lessons would later influence Alexander's approach to governing his vast empire. His understanding of the natural world helped him make informed decisions about agriculture, resource management, and the health of his people. Perhaps the most significant aspect of Aristotle's influence was his emphasis on virtue and the pursuit of excellence. Aristotle believed that a ruler should strive to be virtuous and just, setting an example for his subjects. Aristotle taught Alexander that a true king was not only a conqueror but also a wise and just ruler. This philosophy would guide Alexander in his efforts to create a unified and harmonious empire, where different cultures and peoples could coexist. He instilled in him the belief that he was destined for greatness and had a duty to use his power for the betterment of mankind. This sense of destiny and responsibility would drive Alexander to achieve extraordinary feats and leave a lasting legacy. These lessons would stay with Alexander throughout his life, shaping his actions and decisions as he rose to power and conquered much of the known world. Aristotle's influence was profound, providing Alexander with the intellectual and moral framework he needed to become one of history's greatest leaders. The bond between teacher and student was not just one of instruction, but of mutual respect and admiration, which would echo through the ages as a testament to the power of education and mentorship. When Alexander was 16, his father, King Philip II of Macedon, appointed him regent of Macedon while Philip campaigned abroad. This was a significant responsibility for someone so young, but it was a testament to the trust and confidence Philip had in his son. This early experience gave Alexander a taste of power and responsibility. He was not just a figurehead, he actively governed and made decisions that would shape the future of Macedon. During his regency, Alexander proved himself a capable leader. He successfully quelled a rebellion in Thrace, demonstrating his military prowess and strategic acumen. This victory was crucial in establishing his reputation as a formidable leader. However, tragedy struck in 336 BC when Philip II was assassinated under mysterious circumstances. The sudden death of his father thrust Alexander into a position of immense power and responsibility at a very young age. At the age of 20, Alexander ascended to the Macedonian throne. His youth did not deter him. Instead, it fueled his ambition and drive to achieve greatness. He inherited a powerful kingdom, a well-trained army, and his father's ambitious plans for the conquest of Persia. These resources and plans would be the foundation upon which Alexander would build his empire. However, his position was not without its challenges. The sudden transition of power left many questioning his ability to lead. Many of Philip's former enemies saw an opportunity to challenge Macedonian dominance. They believed that the young and inexperienced Alexander would be an easy target. Alexander had to act swiftly and decisively to secure his throne and consolidate his power. He knew that any sign of weakness could lead to his downfall. Alexander quickly proved himself a formidable leader. He demonstrated his military genius and unyielding determination by ruthlessly crushing rebellions in Thrace and Thebes. These actions sent a clear message to any who dared oppose him. Alexander was not to be underestimated. His strength and determination were evident to all. With his kingdom secure, Alexander turned his attention eastward, towards the Persian Empire and the fulfillment of his father's dream. The conquest of Persia was not just a military campaign, it was a mission to unite the known world under Macedonian rule. The young king was about to embark on a campaign of conquest unlike any the world had ever seen. His ambition knew no bounds, and his vision for a vast empire would soon become a reality. Alexander's journey was just beginning, and the world would never be the same again. Before launching his ambitious invasion of Persia, Alexander faced the crucial task of securing his northern borders. This was not a simple task, as the northern regions were fraught with danger and instability. Tribes like the Illyrians and Thracians posed a constant threat to Macedon. These tribes were fierce and warlike, known for their relentless raids and resistance to foreign control. Alexander knew he could not afford to leave his rear exposed to such formidable adversaries. In a swift and decisive campaign, he marched north, crossing the formidable Danube River. This was no small feat, as the river was wide and treacherous, and the terrain beyond it was rugged and difficult. Yet Alexander's determination and strategic brilliance shone through as he subdued the tribes that threatened Macedon's frontiers. Alexander's actions were not merely about securing borders, they were about sending a powerful message. He wanted to demonstrate to both his enemies and his own people that he was a leader of unparalleled resolve and capability. He showed himself to be a king who would not tolerate rebellion, a warrior king who would personally lead his armies to victory. His presence on the battlefield was a source of inspiration for his troops and a symbol of his commitment to their cause. This display of strength and determination solidified his authority at home and served as a warning to any who might consider challenging his rule. The loyalty of his soldiers and subjects was cemented through these early victories, laying a strong foundation for his future conquests. With the north pacified, Alexander turned his attention to the Greek city-states. These city-states had a long history of rivalry and conflict, and many were eager to assert their independence. Many, particularly Thebes, resented Macedonian dominance and saw an opportunity in Philip's death to break free. Thebes, a city with a proud military tradition, believed it could challenge Alexander's authority and inspire others to do the same. Alexander marched south, determined to quell any resistance. His approach was swift and unyielding, reflecting his strategic acumen and his understanding of the importance of swift action in maintaining control. Thebes, emboldened by rumors of Alexander's death, put up a fierce resistance but was ultimately crushed. The battle was intense, with both sides fighting with great ferocity, but Alexander's superior tactics and leadership prevailed. The city's fate, razed to the ground as a lesson to others, sent shockwaves throughout Greece. The destruction of Thebes was a stark warning to any other city-states that might consider rebellion, ensuring the loyalty of the other city-states through fear and respect. With his kingdom secure and his authority unchallenged, Alexander was finally ready to turn his attention eastward, towards the Persian Empire and the fulfillment of his destiny. His early challenges and triumphs had prepared him for the monumental task ahead, setting the stage for his legendary conquests that would change the course of history.